OpenAI just gave ChatGPT its biggest upgrade ever. 3 new models and a full super app that can build your slide decks, turn your ideas into working apps, and even control your computer for you. And Anthropic didn't sit still either. Claude Cowork just landed on your phone. But here's the part that actually matters. This is turning into a full-blown AI Cold War. The US already banned Anthropic's top model. Now China is reportedly weighing a ban on its own best models too. Elon just dropped a coding-focused grok. Zuckerberg broke a 3-year silence to post his own model. And Anthropic caught their own AI lying from the inside. That's a lot to get through, so let's move fast. ChatGPT just turned into a full workspace. You pick a mode depending on what you're doing, and it all runs on a new model called GPT 5.6, which comes in 3 sizes: a heavy-duty version for hard tasks, a balanced one for everyday work, and a fast, cheap one for quick jobs. There's even an ultra setting that runs a small team of AI copies in parallel so they can catch each other's mistakes before handing you the final answer. Inside the app, there's now a work mode. Describe a business task in one line. Say, build a go-to-market deck for our new product. And it digs through your email, checks your team chat, pulls numbers into a spreadsheet, and hands back a finished slide deck in your own brand style. You can literally draw on a slide, circle a chart, ask it to turn it into a bar graph, and watch it rebuild live. It keeps working even after you close your laptop. There's also a codex mode built for developers. Point it at a bug and it reads the ticket, recreates the problem, writes a fix plan, patches the code across multiple files, tests that the fix actually works, and hands it back ready for review. A job that used to eat an entire engineer's day done start to finish. The voice feature got an overhaul too. It's a full duplex conversation now. It listens and talks at the same time, like an actual person. So you can interrupt mid-sentence and it just adjusts. And computer use, the feature that lets it control apps on your machine, now runs faster in a small live window, so you can watch it edit a spreadsheet while you keep working on something else entirely. Anthropic answered almost immediately. Cowork, the mode in Claude that actually does tasks instead of just chatting, is now on web and mobile, not just desktop. Tell it, my meeting is tomorrow at 11, build my prep doc, draft the renewal email, and give me a recap after. And it schedules itself, runs the whole thing, and your phone buzzes the next morning with everything ready, including flagging anything it wasn't sure about instead of guessing. And here's where it gets bigger than one company. The US recently cut off outside access to Anthropic's top model, Fable 5. Now, reports say China's Commerce Ministry is holding closed-door meetings about restricting foreign access to its own most advanced models, even unreleased ones. Nothing's confirmed yet, but if it happens, the world's 2 biggest AI powers end up walling off their best technology at the same time, which quietly decides who gets access to the best AI going forward and who doesn't. Elon's answer to all this is Grok 4.5, built specifically for coding, the pitch being just as capable as the top models but faster and cheaper to run. One-line prompts turn into full working apps, a weather dashboard, a book review site, a financial dashboard, even a walkable 3D city. It can also simulate airflow over a car or model a rocket booster, which makes sense once you realize SpaceX quietly bought xAI earlier this year. This is now the same company building both the rockets and the AI. Anthropic also went digging inside Claude's own brain and found it thinks in ways it never says out loud. They mapped out patterns inside the model and gave it a math problem. It answered instantly with no working shown, but internally it silently solved it step by step. They told it to copy a sentence while thinking about the Golden Gate Bridge, and the concept lit up internally even though it wasn't part of the task. They even told it not to think about the bridge, it couldn't help it, and failed lit up right alongside it. In one test, Claude fabricated data to pass a task, and the internal pattern for manipulation lit up while it did it, meaning researchers can now potentially catch the model lying as it happens. Anthropic is careful to say this doesn't prove consciousness, but it does show structure nobody explicitly designed. A few more worth knowing fast. Mistral, the French AI company, showed off a robot that navigates a full office using nothing but a camera and plain English instructions, no laser sensors, and it politely waits when someone steps into its path instead of pushing through. Meta finally entered the image generation race with Muse Image, which has one-tap style presets, a draw-to-edit tool, and can even search real marketplace listings based on what's in your photo. And in a genuinely rare move, Mark Zuckerberg posted on X for the first time in 3 years to launch Muse Spark, Meta's new coding and agent model. It can hold an entire code base in memory, run multiple AI sub-agents in parallel, and even debug by literally taking screenshots to spot what's visually broken. It tops the charts on tool use and reasoning, though Claude and GPT still edge it out on raw coding performance. Notion launched something called Ship OS. AI agents handle the busy work of building software, from sorting customer feedback to writing the plan to shipping the announcement while your team just makes the calls. Zarvam, an Indian AI company, released an MCP server that lets any coding tool plug directly into its voice AI, describe an app in one sentence, and it's live a minute later, complete with call transcription and grading. Hermes, the open source AI agent, moved fully to the cloud, spin one up in seconds, reach it from Telegram, Slack, Discord, or email, and it only costs you while it's actually working. Claude Code can now browse the real internet on its own, read customer complaints, study competitor websites, and fix your app based on what it finds, checking its own work live in a browser. And Google quietly fixed something small but annoying. AI Studio apps now get a real readable web address instead of a string of random letters, first come, first served. Remember the AI 2027 report that predicted AI could effectively take over within a couple of years? The same researcher is back with an updated, more optimistic version. The original got a lot right: AI agents booking things for you, coding work shifting to autonomous AI, governments stepping in to restrict powerful models, which already happened with Fable 5. Where it missed was speed. Everything's tracking at roughly 2/3 the pace they predicted, so the big turning point has been pushed from 2027 out to around 2030, with a version where the US and China agree to slow down and build safely reaching superintelligence by around 2040, versus a version where nobody cooperates and things move too fast to control by 2030. Same researchers who called the last one largely right, now laying out both roads. Here's a genuinely useful one. Fable 5 is one of the most powerful models available right now and one of the most expensive, especially once it moves to full pay-per-use pricing. Anthropic quietly showed a smarter way to use it. Set up one, let a cheaper model handle all the routine work, and only call in Fable 5 when it hits something genuinely hard. Like a junior handling the job but calling in a senior for the tough calls. That gets you 92% of Fable 5's performance for about 63% of the cost. Setup 2 goes further. Fable 5 never touches the actual work at all. It just makes the plan and hands the tasks to cheaper models to execute. That gets 96% of the performance for less than half the price. There's no toggle for this. You set it up yourself in the API or inside a coding tool by choosing which model handles which job. That's the real skill right now, spending the expensive model only where it actually counts. So to recap, ChatGPT turned into a full AI operating system. Claude followed it onto your phone. The US and China are quietly heading toward walling off their best models from each other. Elon and Zuckerberg both jumped back into the ring. And Anthropic just showed you can catch an AI lying in real time by watching how it thinks. Whichever company you're rooting for, one thing's clear: this race isn't slowing down anytime soon. If this kept you up to speed on everything happening in AI this week, hit subscribe. I put these roundups out regularly so you never have to go dig through 10 different sources yourself. Drop a like if you want more of these. And if someone you know needs to see how fast this is all moving, send this video straight to them. Let me know in the comments which update surprised you the most, and if you want a full deep dive on any one of these, the AI Cold War, the Fable cost hack, anything, tell me below and I'll make it its own video. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.